What I suggest you use is what I'm going to call a strategic parts matrix system. So you can't just have one parts matrix. I want you to have multiple parts matrix. So the standard matrix is what we're going to run the majority of our parts through. All of the steering, the suspension, the brakes, all of that, most items are going to run through the standard parts matrix. But you see, there's other things to consider. So we have to have multiple matrices. The specialty items, those are the outward facing items that the customer sees. They're advertised a lot. They know they're very price sensitive to these items. I'm talking about things like fluids, oil, air filters, wiper blades. Think of that as the milk and eggs in a grocery store. Those pieces and those parts have to be competitively priced because they sit in the customer's mind. It always amazes me. A customer will remember what they paid for a dozen of eggs or maybe a gallon of milk, but they overlook the $6 they paid for a box of cereal because those are not the outwardly facing priced items. The milk and eggs in your business fall into this specialty matrix. Next up, tires. Well, I can't get the same margins on tires that I would on a regular standard matrix. And let's not underestimate the value of tires. Tires today, I think, is really one of the things that, done correctly with free tire rotations and the sorts like that, will keep your customers coming back again and again. So you want to, again, maybe separate those tires from that from that standard matrix, because I think you have to have some pretty conservative pricing on tires as well. And do you know that most of the time the customer will buy a tire from the first person that presents it to them? So my customers never really wanted to talk about tire brand, tire pricing. They always bought what I recommended. But again, you have to be fairly competitive on that. Batteries is another one. Shoot, they sell batteries everywhere. I was walking in Costco the other day, passed by the exit, and I saw the big stand of interstate batteries with the big price sign on them. So again, customers, it's in their mind. They're seeing it everywhere, so you need to be competitive on those items. So usually when I'm talking about pricing parts and using parts matrices, I get my staff involved and we agree on our standard matrix. And this is what we're going to price our parts on. And then we talk about all the exceptions. And we've mentioned a lot of them here. Specialty items. Well, we can't price tires the same way. We can't price batteries the same way. And then inevitably somebody says we can't price dealer parts the same way or OEM parts the same way. And that's a fatal mistake, because you have to think about the value side of that. I suggest you use the same parts matrix on OEM parts or dealer parts that you do on every other part, that standard matrix. And here's why. What might happen if you had a repair done, let's just say a water pump at your local dealer? Customer had it done. The warranty there is typically 12 months, 12,000 miles. So what does that mean when month 13 rolls around and maybe that water pump fails? What do you think the dealer's resolution might be? I'm going to use the initials SOL, standing for you're shit out of luck, because their warranty is only 12 months, 12,000 miles. At our shop, we provided either a 2-year 24,000-mile warranty or a 3-year 36,000-mile warranty. And that applied to all parts, including dealer parts. So think about it. I'm offering 2 to 3 times more than the dealer is. And that's why I can provide premium pricing on OEM parts.